try her.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Now that little guy.
Remember, we've been having twice to
arrow.
hide.
Push the little arrow. There you go.
It didn't come up.
That's weird. Hi, Jack.
Hey, Jack. I wish. Oh, I had. Okay, Birdie, stay on Della's because that seems to be the only place we are.
If you switch that way, it goes away. If you switch back the other way, it comes back. Now switch back. Ta-da! Look at that.
Okay, so I'm making a list of people who would like to have readings. If you're not seeing me on, I don't have any viewers anyway. It's going to be one of those nights. So I'm assuming, Birdie, that you would like to have a reading. Does anyone else need a reading this evening or have a question they'd like to ask? I got you on the list, Birdie. I do not have a clue what's going on.
Clueless. You're just clueless.
It's the name of one of my books, Clueless.
Mm-hmm. So, anybody have any questions?
I seem to have one viewer. Whoever you are, please put something in the comments because I don't know that it's... Yes, Birdie, go ahead. Ask a question. If you're watching on my Facebook page, please make a comment. Even if you just say hi or whatever.
Yeah, so let me know what Palo Santo is. What do you want to know about Palo Santo? Now you got two.
Yeah, but nobody's making a comment, so I can't see what anybody's saying. There we go. Katina's watching. Thank you. I got you on the list, Katina.
Palo Santo is a tree, which it actually means sort of like holy tree. And it is used when you burn it, and it comes like in little sticks. And you burn it, and you use it as if you would sage. Sage takes away spirits that you don't want, and Palo Santo brings the good spirits back to you. And this is my little piece of Palo Santo, which it comes this color. And it usually comes in a little stick, sometimes bigger, sometimes littler. And you can tell that I use it a little bit. I just light it until it's smoking a little bit, and I just use it to bring in good spirits and to cleanse, as if you would sage. It's sort of like a cleanser also.
I'm trying to keep her in line, Jack, but you know how she is.
And that's Palo Santo.
It's good stuff. It smells kind of medicinal.
I like the smell.
I like the smell too. It just has that little kind of medicinal smell. A medicinal?
It does not burn easily. You have to keep encouraging it to burn.
As a matter of fact, you could probably build a house out of that and stay safe.
I've had this for about 3 months, and it's like that little bit is all I burn. It's like I like that, and it's like I get a little bit of char on it. Use it as, cleansing type of stuff.
Yes, that's it. Okay. That's
See
what
how-
you get.
So you got a little bit of smoke going there, and you can encourage it a little bit. Keep it going a little longer. Awesome.
Yeah, it's not like pine or
No.
anything else. It just doesn't burn that way.
Yeah, it's a kind of a fresh smell to it. It's
Yeah, as a
not-
matter of fact, it's out already.
Yeah, it doesn't last very long. You have
Well,
to
the-
encourage it. I actually sometimes, Jack, what I do is like, I'm a little weird, is I have these essential oils, and I'll put a touch of essential oil on the end of it. It makes it light easier and burn a little bit longer. Hi, David.
So, does anybody else have any other questions?
Which
Or want to be on the list for readings?
is something that y'all can do if you want to burn like sage or something. You can't get the sage or the sweetgrass or whatever to start burning, but you can take a little bit of essential oil and barely sprinkle it on there, preferably one that you like, and it will light a little bit easier so that you can get the burn. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Makes sense to me.
Hold on a minute.
This is what happens when we don't advertise.
Hey, Jack. Say hi to Sweetie.
Oh,
Good done. Katina's on your side now.
yeah.
Good. She's able to come back through.
I got you on the list, Katina. Does anyone else have a question? Does anyone else want to know the answer to something?
Yeah, we can answer anything.
Oh,
May not
thank
be
you.
right, but hey.
Thank you, Bertie. Because we don't feel very lovely today. Look at the look on that dog's face.
What, this one here that wants
Yes.
to be picked up and showed to the world? This one right here that wants to be picked up and showed to the world? This baby, this little baby right here? No, be still, you're gonna hurt yourself. I know.
That was baby girl.
She doesn't like being picked up. I think she was carried too much when she was little.
Well, that could be. You don't carry me like that, though.
Good God. I break my back.
Pretty much. What other questions?
Didn't see your other question. Someone comes in the door, but there's no one there.
Someone comes to the door, but there's no one there. Can't tell you about that one because that happens here a lot too.
Yeah, we have peekers.
Every now and again, about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, the doorbell will ring. I get up to answer the door, and there's no one there. They're messing with us.
The thing is, it's like now that we have cameras on the front and back doors, we know if there's actually somebody there or not. So when the doorbell rings and nobody's there, it's because
So there's nobody there.
there.
We don't answer. The security camera is one of the best things we did.
Although the bumps and the birds have been playing with the front one a lot.
Oh, God, yeah, we had a bird playing. Look in the. There had to have been a bug right next to the camera
Yeah.
because the bird had a nice cameo. I have yet to find aliens in the backyard.
Stop chewing on baby. I know she don't mind, but I do. Ouch.
Which door makes a difference?
That's probably her front door, if I was to guess.
I would guess too. Which door, Bertie?
Well, that's the one I was feeling, more like front door.
Yeah.
And if they come to the front door, if you do not ask them in, they cannot come in.
They can't front door, Jack. They can't come in the back door either. They can't come in unless you invite them.
And if somebody you're not sure who it is, put some salt down so they cannot come in.
Yeah, I was just going to say, especially if you had salted your front doors, back doors, windows, they definitely can't come in then unless they're invited.
You feel somebody. Sweeties between us.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead. Hey, Kim, how are you, sweetie? I am going to go ahead and start with Birdie's reading. Birdie, your first card is the Hermit. I'm going to show both cameras. The card is the Hermit. That's about showing, making sure you come out and you're not hiding yourself in. And that you're, whatever it is you have to teach, you shine your light on that so that other people can learn. The second card is the Page of Cups, which is about making sure you are connected to Spirit and able to give out Spirit's message. And then I'm sorry, I got distracted. The Page of Cups, Birdie, is about being connected with Spirit, making sure that you understand how to properly convey Spirit's message, how to stay connected, how to stay on your path. The last one for you, Birdie, is the Ace of Coins or Pentacles. And that is about a brand new path, a brand new beginnings. Probably, you know, these have all been about spiritual, so I'm going to say this is some kind of spiritual development in your life.
And what I got is stop beating yourself up over things that you cannot change. Because it's all about the spirit right now, your spiritual growth, since none of us can go anywhere anyway. Might as well work on the spirit. So, you know, working on the spirit, so then stop beating yourself up because other things cannot happen. Knowing that as you're building towards this new spirituality, it's going to be brand new beginnings for you and everybody around you. Ta-da!
Excuse me.
She's getting drunk on tea.
Actually, that's black cherry energy something or another. Because God knows I need it. Kim, I have you on the list for readings. This next one is for Katina. Katina, we have the King of...
Hi, Rick.
Okay, I was gifted a massage this evening.
Jack says to tell everyone that intent is a very powerful thing. Fear lessens your intent on what you are doing. Being calm and collected and confident in what you do, it makes your intentions much stronger.
That's true, it does.
Thank you, Jack.
I was gifted a massage by a friend this afternoon, and I don't know that I am fully back yet, but Katina, you have the King of, I still want to say fire. So apparently you have the King of Fire in your corner. The King of Fire, or Wands, is about passion and creativity and resources and using what you have in a creative way. Then you have the Eight of Cups, which is about your spiritual journey, turning your back on those things that no longer, I'm sorry, I could go over here too. The Eight of Cups is about turning your back on the things that no longer serve you, turning your back on the material and going for that spiritual journey. Pretty much, yes.
Pretty much, Jack, yeah.
And then we have the Magician, which is you can take this, Katina, you can take this creativity and fire and passion, put your spiritualness in it, and you can create any kind of magic that you want. You can create anything that you want. You just have to, as Jack said, put your intentions into it strongly.
And believe in your intentions. Where am I at? Okay. This little gentleman here is a gentleman that has all your good intentions are at hand, and all your everything you want is in his hands, and he's. I'm watching you. It's like, yeah. He does like
what, Jack?
Appa. Now you got me off kilter.
Who's that dude and what does he do for Katina?
This gentleman is actually one of your spirit guys. He's standing beside you saying, why aren't you doing what I am trying to lead you to do? You are doing everything incorrectly. Listen to what I say. But you don't listen. It's like, well, none of us ever do. But it's like, he's like trying to lead you in a direction down the correct path, leaving all the old crap behind, all the stuff that you do not need. He's trying to lead you that direction so that you can be happier in your house. House represents where your soul sits, so the house represents you. He's trying to lead you on a happier way of life. Oh, anyways, new nickname is Appa. Appa! I thought it was avocado. Sorry.
That's okay. There's apparently a joy guide hanging out because we certainly got a lot more animated and a lot more hilarious. Not sure why. Kim, you are now. If you're watching and you want a reading, you're gonna have to raise your hand and make a comment saying "me." I want a reading.
You want to hear my frog in the toilet before we go on? I found my frog in the toilet.
Okay, go for it. Go for the frog in the toilet.
Oh, here.
The frog in the toilet is a true story.
Never a more relaxing time than that time alone. I head off to the toilet because I am grown. I get ready to get comfortable and am startled and surprised to find a frog in the toilet, and my shock I cannot disguise. I let out a little scream, but the frog doesn't care. He sits there and croaks as if it were a dare. So I flushed and I flushed, but he would not go down. Then like a fool I remember, a frog cannot drown. So I scooped him up, but not with bare hands, and planted him in my garden. At least that's where he could land.
Yes, Jack is, what's your name's youngest son. Proud mama that she is. Kim, what we're doing this evening, instead of specifically asking for someone from the other side to come through, if they come through, fine. But what we're actually doing are just readings this evening because we both have had hard days and answering questions, and in general tomfoolery.
Both of us are almost brain dead at the
Yeah, pretty much. But we're here. We've made the commitment to be here, so we're here.
Read for
Kim Hughes.
Kim. Okay.
Branch. Sorry, almost left off that married part, didn't I? Kim, we have for you, the first card is the moon. I have not had my glasses on all day. The moon. This card, Kim, is this card is about taming that wild nature, about living in harmony and in balance with the domestic and the wild, like between a kitten and a lion. It's also a warning that there could be some depression on the horizon. Let's see what the other ones are.
Just a minute. Birdie, I now have 2 frogs in my garden. The dog chases them both.
Well, yeah, that was fun. And so the second card for you, Kim, is the Queen of Swords, which is about transformation and taking yourself to that next level, about knowing that you can cut through the crap in life, knowing that this depression or this wildness and unbalance can be fixed. You know, I could show both, couldn't I?
That's why I hold them back here so they can
Yeah, but they can't really, anyway, and so that you can fix whatever goes wrong. because you can manifest it. You also got the Temperance card, which is about balance. It's about refining yourself, taking this, transforming it and refining it into something and someone better. So it could be you, it could be a situation in the family, it could be anything that needs to be elevated. You can do that.
Okay. This is my Gypsy card moon. The Gypsy card moon is all about your spirituality, making sure that you keep on your spiritual path. You need to nourish your spiritual path as much as you can, because spiritual path transforms you into a better person. And you need to be in agreement with yourself that you need to stay on your spiritual path, because you need to be on your spiritual path in order to be a better you.
We, if someone does come through, we'll let anybody know, but we're not specifically asking this evening.
So who's still online? Anybody still online?
I don't know. I have one, so I don't know if it's Katina or Kim or what. I hope that helps, Kim.
Bertie may still be online. I don't know if Jack or Rick or Ava's online. It's like, could be. I don't know. They drop off when they need to.
Yeah, they do. People they get what they need and they leave, and that's
You're
okay.
welcome, Kim. Jack's here. Yay, Jack's here.
I have a feeling that Instagram, Facebook is still messing with their algorithms.
Yes.
I already read you, Bertie.
No, she's
still here. Never mind.
Answer my question. She's okay. She's okay. Just keep reminding yourself that.
I do have to keep reminding myself that because, we were both told by the doctor that there's no hope for us. There's nothing they can do.
Pretty much.
So we're both suffering from kind of like, well, now what?
Exhaustion and pain. And it's like, well, nothing comes up in the blood test, so you just have to live with it. It's like, okay, thanks. Yes, Bertie, we can see you. Yay!
Which is pretty sad when, what was it, Megan said today that at the doctor's office we were told that even rheumatologists are stopped seeing people with fibromyalgia. I'm like, that doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't. It didn't make sense to me when she said it. So
well, maybe they're not seeing if she tells them to go. Maybe they're seeing if Dr. Anderson tells them to go.
Yeah. I have, Megan is our doctor's nurse practitioner. Or is she a PA? I don't know which one. Yes, Jack, we know.
Yeah.
Your mom's fatigue. I just think I think what it is there is no definable blood test that says, yes, there's something wrong. So what they're saying is, there's nothing wrong with you. When we know that's not true. Your mom's tired all the time. I think it's chronic fatigue. But then again, I'm not a doctor. But we're getting the bullshit runaround from everybody.
What she wants is like, oh, sleep apnea. Oh, sleep apnea. It's not sleep apnea.
No, I don't think you
snore.
I do not think you have sleep apnea.
Well, they did a test and said that I didn't breathe as much as I should, which is very possible. But to begin with, if they want to give me a thing to put in my mouth to help me breathe, all that's going to do is keep my tongue from going, but it's not going to help me breathe.
No, it's not.
And I can't wear those mask thingies. They suffocate me.
Exactly. And then, what was it? The VA gave you a tennis ball to strap to your back to keep you from rolling over?
Yeah, the VA, their idea of helping me with my sleep apnea was to give me a tennis ball to tie around me so that it's on my back, so I don't roll over on my back, so I don't snore. Well, I don't snore to begin with.
I have never heard the woman snore. My bedroom is right next to hers. She falls asleep watching TV. I hear the dogs, but I don't hear you.
I got a real nice tennis ball I can dig out for this dog to play with.
That's true. You would think, Kim, but she said the blood tests were all normal. Everything was within normal ranges. But I'm thinking that I'm thinking that she may well have a vitamin, or that's something. She did not do a metabolic panel like I asked her to. And hormone levels.
Well, look who you were talking to. You know, I do so much with so many people. It's like, you know, half the time it's like, I can't. And then you just get, yeah, come back for this appointment. And all they're doing is like, oh, yeah, another paycheck, another paycheck. It's like, you're paying them for what?
Precisely.
Although she did tell me, it's like I don't have to be on any sugar stuff right now because I've managed to keep it under control. Because the stuff that they were giving me, my cut of it would be $180 every time I went to get it every 2 weeks. It's like, no. So they tried to put me on something else. I said, remember, I can't take that because it made my legs fall off. Like, oh, yeah. What's your sugars? And I showed her what my sugar's been, because for last week I've been taking it twice a day. I was like, oh, that's normal, and your A1Cs are normal, so I guess you really don't need to be on sugar stuff. Good.
Start a mutt. Kim is a semi-expert on vitamins, minerals, and supplements and stuff like that. She ran a vitamin supplement shop in Mount Airy for a while. Yeah, really. Because we are both a multivitamin, yeah.
Yeah, I've got
A
some
multi-mineral too.
I got multivitamin chews at the end of it.
Birdie, since we are both going to be moving at the end of the year, the chances of either of us making it that far east is pretty sad until we get settled. What she's going to do, I have no idea. I am moving to Shreveport, and I can travel from there, but that won't be until sometime next year when I'm settled. I would love to come back and visit you guys. And I would love to drag Della with me if she wants to do a joint vacation. She can meet up with me in Shreveport, and we can drive to the Blue Ridge Mountains and back.
I did that.
With someone you like.
Well, at the time I liked her. We got along, and then she just sort of...
She went back to being who she was. Yeah. Edith Mary Stanley knows the sights. Yes, I do. There aren't that many of them in Mount Airy.
Look, a tree.
Yeah, there's some nice places, especially along the Blue Ridge and the Appalachians. There's some really great places in Charlotte, and there's some really great places in Winston.
I saw what you said, Jack. I'm not ignoring you. We're just chit-chatting.
I would love to come and bring Della. That depends on her schedule for next year when she gets settled in Davenport or wherever. Because she's got 3. I can let my cats go for a week in the house by themselves, but I can't. She has to bring her dogs.
Or find somebody that will take care of them.
Or find somebody that will take care of them.
Trust.
Yeah, I'm not real fond of boarding animals because I don't necessarily think they're well taken care of.
Usually I wind up with them coming back to me with kennel cough.
Exactly. But you've got grandchildren that you could, babysit the dogs and your house. I, on the other hand, don't. You mean to tell me that's all that we've got this evening that wants readings? 3 whole people?
Jack, you want a reading? Ava, you want a reading?
Ooh, what?
There's somebody barking out front.
There is barking out front.
Hold on, I gotta think who's barking out front.
You have to check the front door now. What, honey? You can't even see.
Why did you open the door?
I didn't open the door.
You're parked behind it.
I am parked behind you.
You realize you're taking my car tomorrow, right?
Okay, well, move my car in the morning. Do you want to announce it?
No.
Bring dogs and cats. I'll be traveling with my cats. I have traveled Harvey travels really, really well. The other two, not so much.
All right, sweetie, all right. She's very excited. Put your hand down so she can see you.
Come here. Come here, girlfriend. Try something.
All those kids playing up and down the
Spieling?
street.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you.
Try something spieling, Kim. I don't understand.
William.
Oh, so that's what riled the dogs up. Thanks. Oh, spirulina. She said, you know,
Oh, spirulina.
actually, I was looking at the thing the other day on like super anti-inflammatory nutritional foods.
What?
And it comes up that kelp is one of the best anti-inflammatory foods you can eat. Okay, cool. That would be awesome, Kim. Because basically that's what it comes down to with me is that they can't give me anything for the inflammation and pain because I'm already taking it, never mind what. You're not going to call me now? Is that I have to be on an anti-inflammatory diet, which is...
Well, it's impossible to do with the modern day foods.
Yeah, it is. You have to basically cook from scratch and eat very, very clean. And that's hard to do.
Especially when you're on a budget like we are. As you all know, because you're all on a budget too.
And everybody's...
And Jack, I think what happened is Bertie sent her visitor that was knocking on her door to us. And when she did,
Okay, good.
it got the dogs all riled up in the front door. See, look at this. They're all still here. It's like, it's okay, girls.
Is Mike still doing good, Kim? I hope so.
They chased him away.
Well, yeah. Are you afraid of the vicious dogs?
Oh, yes.
A friend of mine in Maryland is now in the hospital on a ventilator. He was one of the people who originally got me interested in doing hospice work. So,
Well, we're all praying for anybody that has to be in the hospital.
and actually we do eat a lot of pineapple because we do a lot of smoothies here. Pineapple and berries and grapefruit and that kind of stuff in apples in our smoothies.
And I like mandarin oranges and pineapples.
Mm-hmm.
I like peaches too.
You know, and all of that tends to be anti-inflammatory. But it's real hard to stock your shelves with anti-inflammatory everything. Especially when... Oh, Bertie, I hear you. Especially when the IC diet says you can eat peanut butter, but yet peanut butter is an inflammatory. And it's like... An IC diet is interstitial cystitis.
Well,
Which they say I don't have.
But they also suggest, peanut butter for diabetics, and it's like diabetes is an inflammatory disease also, so why are they eating peanut butter when that's inflammatory?
Yeah.
It makes no sense to me.
Yeah, plus most peanut butter has trans fats in them.
Yeah.
We're not supposed to have trans fats. My brother-in-law has 3 weeks. Oh no, Bertie, we're so sorry. We will keep Bertie's brother-in-law in our prayers. There is some nasty things going around.
We are taking extra precautions. We're mostly staying home, not doing anything. If we have to go out, it's like short trips and that's it.
Yeah, because we're staying in as much as possible right now. Oh, good. He's going back to work. Yeah. Meds will do it to you.
Haven't heard from Joe yet, but he's not supposed to have his diagnosis back until like next week.
Yeah.
Richard Haynes is her brother-in-law.
We will keep Richard in our prayers.
Everybody keep Richard Haynes in their prayers.
For a peaceful passing, not to stay around. We know, Jack.
Yeah, believe me, we know. Look who you're talking to.
It's San Antonio is a vortex to begin with. And there's some funky energies that have come. Yeah, that could be what's been wrong the past 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
There are some funky energies that have come in, plus the fact that the full moon, the eclipse, and all the planets being in alignment, and things are just really wacky right now for most people. And for those of us who are
Too sensitive.
That sometimes we shut down when we're too sensitive, and it gets. Okay, sweetie, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a good night. It forces us to shut down, which may have been my problem, because constant pain is always there with both of us. So
We'll finally settle down. Yeah. Hate to say it, but when I was in Davenport in January, I felt a whole lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like as soon as I hit the airport, it's like it all started again.
I think it's one of the reasons why we're looking forward to getting the heck out of Dodge in a lot of ways.
We've overstayed our welcome.
Yeah. We should have left a couple of years ago. Yeah, we should have left a couple of years ago, but the timing wasn't right to go to a new place at that particular point, because neither of us knew where to go.
And now we have to wait until we can travel again. Texas is still on lockdown.
Yes. And Mercury is retrograde, which bothers me, but does not bother her, because Mercury retrograde was in her astrology chart when she was born, which means it doesn't bother people like that. Hey, Brenda. And so, well, some of us may...
Yes, it is still in fact.
Mercury retrograde goes retrograde for about 6 weeks at a time, like clockwork. I don't know, is it every 6 weeks for 6 weeks? Something like that?
It's about like that, yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty regular.
Like Metamucil.
Yeah.
And so what happens when Mercury is retrograde, for those of us that it has an effect on, it's not a good time to finalize things. It's a good time to, excuse me, the rest of that pie is yours. It's a good time to go within and reflect on your life, where you're going, and is in its direction. It's a good time to reassess your actions and where you're headed. Yes, Brenda, we're doing okay-ish. And so it's, Mercury retrograde is not a bad thing. Not at all. Uh-oh, she has another one.
Which one do I want to do?
Read the whiskey one.
The one I just did?
Yeah.
I don't know why I just wrote this one today. It's like when I start writing a poem, I never know which direction it's going to go. It's like almost automatic writing for me. Blues in my eyes, a smile on my teeth. Bring me another. There's tears for my whiskey. Cats to keep me company. Dogs to take care. They're the only ones with my life I share. Until tears in my whiskey become smile in my eyes. Until blues in my heart I no longer deny. I'll wonder and dream of the life we had, of the whiskey tears I so often shed. You left me alone, but left me before, a hollow shell in my heart. Loving you was a chore.
Kind of an odd poem for her. It wrote itself, actually, I think. So does anybody who's new or not or want a reading?
Bye, Jack. Gotta to go clear his lungs.
Put some more poison in them, yes. The heartburn has started already.
Did you eat that pie?
I ate a piece of pie.
She made a really, really good chocolate pie that was made with dark chocolate. It was not sweet, but it was really rich.
Dark chocolate and heavy cream.
And it will come back to you in a heartbeat.
Yes, it will.
And it's not overly sweet, which I like, because I don't like milk chocolate. Milk chocolate doesn't like me.
But it is so rich.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Katina. She can crank them out like the poems and song lyrics like nobody's business.
Yeah, I got four lines to the next one. I just haven't got to where it's going yet. Let's start off with, there were tears in my whiskey and my eyes would not clear. As the blues touched my heart, whiskey replaced my tears. So I'm not sure where it's going yet.
I'm really thinking that's a great
Yes, it's a
chorus.
very old house we're living in. It's not really, really old. It was built in the late 50s. But it's got its foundation problems. Because living in desert, arid regions, like in the summertime, it's like all the walls just start coming apart because it's shifting.
No, Katina, I did not get William. There we go. He's on the list. Yes, actually, our house, the current one we are currently living in, is splitting apart.
Literally.
Literally.
You can go through the house and just follow the lines where it's coming apart. I mean, it's even coming apart. The cement pad in the back cracked in two. Like an inch crack in between it. And it was brand new when I moved here 4 years ago.
And yeah, and that's how we wound up with a frog in the toilet, is because something's wonky with the.
What the hell was that?
Can you pick that up? Those up? Is there anything else down there? Okay.
With as bad as the foundation is in this house, we know that the sewer pipes underneath the house are split in two. And that's the only way a frog could have gotten in the toilet, is by coming up through the sewer pipes underneath the house.
Was not a fun time.
I know there's frogs under the house that come out and visit.
Oh God, yeah. There's all kinds of manner of frogs and lizards and stuff.
Mosquitoes.
So, William, you have, besides them, William, you have the, what is that? The
Ace of Wands.
Thank you. It's the Ace of Wands. My brain has ceased to work, I'm telling you. The Ace of Wands is about new possibilities and a new direction, and maybe some new resources coming your way. Because we have the Three of Coins, which is about learning, becoming the master at your craft, becoming the master at what you do. So it's like stay in your course there and learning as much as you can about what you do, because it's likely to bring you some money. Because we have the King of Coins, which is all about, the material goods and having a comfortable financially having a comfortable life.
And this is saying that new beginnings. Did you do it again? Do you want me to pick those up before the dog gets them?
No, I'll get them. Excuse me.
Dog like cards. This is new beginnings are on the horizon for you, so to pay attention, because new beginnings are going to start for you as you are on this trip and going down this journey. As you are going down this journey, and the journey is going to take you to the new beginnings, and it's going to cause you to have happiness, wealth, everything you ever wanted is going to be surrounding you, because remember that the house actually represents you, because the house is where your soul sits. So the house represents you, and there's good luck and money and everything that you love around you as you stay on that journey towards the new beginnings that are meant to be yours. I don't mind lizards. It's just that they move faster than I do. Don't mind the lizards because they eat the bugs.
That's true. I don't mind the lizards anyway either. It is, however, big, giant flying cockroaches that bother her.
I will run screaming from the roof. It's like, ah! Literally.
Yes, she will run. I hope that makes sense, William. She will run screaming to the room, coming into my room. Whoa, help me, go get it, go get it. So when I see a giant spider, or sometimes a not so giant spider, I go running to her, get rid of it.
Or frog.
Or frog. Yeah, the frog kind of, I mean, I'm not afraid of frogs. I just didn't want to touch it. And I didn't know what else to do except grab you because...
I'm a problem solver.
There you go.
And the way I got the frog is I got a pitcher and I dipped him out. A small pitcher, just, scooped him up and off he went. And no, I did not keep that particular pitcher. I went in the garbage. Because I'm sorry, once you touch the toilet, you're garbage.
You're welcome, William. Okay. Do we have a time yet that we have gone on and on and on and on and on? So, if anybody has anything else, say so now before we decide to go ahead and cut it
What?
close for tonight because...
Something over here made a noise. That was not a dog.
Yes, it was.
Because she jumped up like something bit her butt. It was not her. It sounded like her, but it was not her.
It did sound like her.
Because she jumped up like somebody bit her butt. So I don't know what the hell's in there, but you need to leave.
Prince Charming was not in my toilet.
And she definitely didn't want to kiss it after being in the toilet.
So does anybody have any other questions, or does anybody else want a reading, or...
Look, by the way, little dingy bat here, little Ziggy Woo.
Dingy bat?
Little Ziggy Woo decided, she chases the frogs in the backyard, but the other day I was watering the flowers and a lizard came out. And when the lizard came out, she saw it and she's like, ooh, there's something to chase. And she chased it, and the lizard thought he was faster. And most of the lizard got away, but his tail did not. And I see this tail go, oh my God. And I know you got to go away. It was disturbing. I had to get rid of it before the dog found it.
Well, that's what lizard tails do. That's how lizards survive.
Can you imagine that dog? And she would eat it.
Well, yeah. Cats eat lizard tails too. That's what one of them brought in something the other day and played with it till it died.
Oh, yay.
Oh, the lizard. You saw it there.
Oh, there.
You saw the lizard?
Oh, the lizard. Yeah, the lizard. I saw that. I thought maybe that was, no, that was one that they brought in.
Yeah, no, it was one of the,
Because
they probably brought in the lizard.
One sheep was playing with a smaller mouse.
Yeah.
Who was here? I don't know who is here. He will be leaving as soon as we shut down because we're going to do a cleansing to make sure that
we are.
They are. Whoever you decide to send this way leaves.
We're going to be saging the living room, whatever room this is.
My Palo Santo. That'll help.
That'll help. Yes, it will. Here, you want the lighter too?
Yes, I want the lighter too.
All right. Ouch. Okay. We appreciate very much.
You know something's here because look who's sleeping in the same bed.
Yeah, with your shoe. They sleep. Ziggy sleeps with her shoe. Strange dog. Strange mom. She's Palo Santoing the dog. No, Bertie, you're fine. We know how to handle stuff. But we are going to say thank you all very much for being here with us this evening. We appreciate it. I'm sorry I didn't advertise it. It's just been one of those days.
Yeah, she woke up like 10 minutes before we had to go on.
No, I was up in 40 minutes ahead of time. I got in the shower and everything. So, well, this morning?
This morning. I'll talk about this evening.
Oh, no, this evening I got up like 30 seconds before we were supposed to go on. Yes, I know. Thank you all so much for being here. We appreciate you. We appreciate you putting up with us. We appreciate you allowing us to come into your home and doing this for you. Because
try to entertain you a little bit with our hilarity. See you later, Birdie.
And because we couldn't do this without you, because this is how we practice. And
We'll talk at you later.
Yes, I'm sorry. I ran out of things to say. Can you imagine? Thank you so much. We'll see you next week.
Love you, Jack. Love you guys. Give everybody hugs.